everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today we're going to make a really simple and easy shaker card. A lot of people have been asking me because they see me collect this stuff. Well, actually I've been collecting this stuff for years, but I've never really done a video on it or anything. So I figured I'd start off here with one. I'm going to show you how I made this one here. It has a nice little shaker inside there with some snowflakes and different little things. And this one was really simple to make. Your best friend in making cards sometimes are these pads of paper that you can get at, Michael's. You can get these Michael's, Hobby Lobby, anywhere. If you're into making like a lot of cards, a lot of things for different holidays. This one was Winter Wonderland. It had all these really pretty papers in here. The Paper Studio, I believe that is Michael's, or is that Hobby Lobby? I don't know. I can't remember, but I always wait until these go on clearance or they have a good sale of these. And then the other card I'm going to show you, I'm going to do with unicorns, because I've had this one for quite a while. It's called Rainbow to Dreamland, and I got this one. I'm sure I got this one at Michael's when they had their sale there. This one may have been from Hobby Lobby, I'm thinking. I don't know. Anyway, you can find them either store. Or you can just buy the single sheets of paper if you're not going to make like a lot of these different cards. But I'll show you the stuff that I used out of this one when we get to that one. But these are great because in here it has like all these little things that you can cut out to use on your cards. There's all different little pictures, and this whole sheet here looks like stamps, and it's just a really nice book. But the one thing I did realize, I don't have anything that's just like specifically made for birthdays. I have to go find me a nice one for that. But this just has all kinds of cute little things. And I have so many of these books that I've collected over the years. And like I said, I just never seem to get to this. So I'm going to show you really simple how I make this. I know everybody has their own way of doing it. Whoops, that goes in with the unicorn paper. But I already cut most of this stuff out just to save a little bit of time. You're just going to need a card. I get these at Michael's too when they're on sale. These cards, they come with envelopes. I don't know where here it is. And these are just the Paper Studio. They're regularly $9.99, but this stuff goes on sale all the time at Michael's. And they have all different sizes. This is the 4x5.5, and it also comes with the envelopes, which is great. Because you can also, we'll probably decorate up an envelope too. Add a little decoration to your envelope. Alright, so then for the outside of my card, I took out a piece of this paper and I just cut it. I just measure it just like so it's a little tiny bit. I don't measure anything, honestly. I just put it on here and kind of mark it where I want to cut it. So when you're doing these things, one of these cutters, one of these fiskers, I just ordered a new one because this one's not cutting straight anymore. And I realized after all the years, I've had this so many years, that there's actually little dents and things in here, so my papers aren't coming out perfectly straight anymore. I must have had this thing like 15 years or more. So I did order a new one of these, but this is your best friend when you want to cut out nice straight lines for this stuff. And all I did was set the paper on here, mark it with a pencil, and then cut it out on my fiskers here. Or you could cut it with scissors if you don't want to do all that. Now, as far as the shaker card, I am not even going to give you measurements because it all depends on what card you're using, how big you want to make it. You can make it bigger, smaller, whatever, but that's totally up to you guys. So I'm going to be using some of this reptile glue. That's this stuff here. I get this on Amazon. You can only get it in the warmer months. They won't ship it when it's really cold out because I guess it's not really great with the different temperatures. And somebody recommended this to me a long time ago, and I love this glue. Or you can use the Beacon 3-in-1. This works really good too. But this stuff, the reptile glue, is good for ceramics, wood, plastic, rocks, shells. You can glue anything with this stuff. So it's really nice. And then I put them in these little needle tip bottles. I got a bunch of these. You can order them on Amazon too, or you can get them at a craft store. But I just put some of it in here because it's a lot easier to work with when you have this nice little precision tip. And I have some of the Beacon 3-in-1 in this one. It also comes with these little things that you can put around the top here so you don't lose them, but they get annoying when they're dangling off the bottle when you're trying to use it, so I just take them off and use them this way. But whatever works for you guys too. Alright, so then you decide whatever card you're going to want to make, put your background on here, whatever that might be. You could use double-sided tape if you wanted to. I might actually just use the 3-in-1 for this. And then if it's not clogged up, no it's not. Alright, and then just kind of, I don't go too close to the edge because I don't want it to ooze out on me. because I used to make that mistake and I would get glue on everything. So we're just going to go around the edge of that, and maybe a little bit down the center. It doesn't take much to hold this paper on there. And then I just set it on here and kind of get it nice and even. It's hard to do when I don't have this close up to me. Come on, get even here. Alright, that looks pretty good right there. So we'll just press that down, let that sit, and I'm going to sit this aside. Now to make the shaker part, I use this stuff a lot. You can get this at Dollar Tree. It's called the Pop Dot tape. They're not dots whatsoever, it's just strips of foam tape, and it's double-sided. This works perfect to make the shaker part of this. It has 3 different sizes. It's got the 1/4 inch, it's got 1/2 inch, and maybe 3/4 of an inch. But this stuff works great. So that's what we're going to use for this. And I am actually going to use the 1/4 inch. I had this stuff all, oh here it is, set up. So I decided I'm going to make my shaker this size, because that's how I made it on the other one, so it'll fit in the card like this. But instead of making the shaker on the card, because I tend to get glue and everything else all over the place, and if I don't get it just right, it's a mess. So I make my shaker card, the shaker part separately. That's totally up to you guys too. So whatever size you want to make your back for your shaker, that'll be this part back here. Then you're going to take your double-sided foam tape and just make like a frame around this, and this is what's going to hold all your little goodies, and I'll show you those in a second here, what you can use to put inside here. This is what is going to raise it up so you can fit all your little odds and ends in there. And you're going to leave that, you know, that backing on there until you're ready to actually put your top on. So, I mean, it's really simple. You just make a little frame. Then you can also buy bigger rolls of this stuff, like on Amazon. I actually just bought a bunch of this on Amazon, of the 1/4 inch, because this is my favorite size to use, depending on what's, you know, what you like. I don't remember what store it came from or anything on Amazon, but you can just look it up, a double-sided foam tape, and you'll get all kinds of options popping up and see whatever's cheaper. I'll just mark that one there a little bit. Trim that one off. There, and there is the little frame that all your little goodies are going to go inside. Now if you wanted to, you could add some more pictures in here. You could put like little stickers in there or something if you wanted to. What I did on this is I took a few of these I actually got last year at Dollar Tree at Christmas time. They're the little snowflakes. Let me get a couple of these out of here because it gets noisy. I don't know, I just used a couple of the silver, and I think I put like 3 of the blue ones in here. And they had these, like I said, these are out at Christmas time. So you can find a lot of stuff at Dollar Tree to use for this, and that's what we're going to do for both of these cards. So, for these to go in the background here, you just peel the little dot off the back, and just stick them around here wherever you might want them to be. And sometimes the tape comes right off, so I keep my glue gun handy because, you know, sometimes they just want to come apart. So we'll hot glue that one in there because the tape came off. Sometimes I think I try to peel them too hard and I get it with my fingernail. Alright, so we'll put a blue one up here. Yep, that one came off too. These have been sitting around too for a year or two, so they might be drying out, I don't know. Whoops. This is why I don't really like using too much hot glue in here because I end up with the glue webs. Yeah, that one popped off too. Alright, so put that little guy right here. Alright, so those will be pretty on the inside there. And now, what I'm going to use for the plastic, there's a million options you can use. You can buy regular shaker pieces at the store that are kind of bubbled up, But you can use any kind of plastic. Sometimes you'll get plastic in the mail on something that's kind of like a heavy plastic. For these, I'm actually going to use, I just ordered some of these on Amazon too. And this is the acetate card panels, they're called. And these are made for, like, you know, pictures, or, and it even says shaker cards right on here. And you get 20 in here, 4 by 4¼ by 5½ sheets, size sheets. I can't speak. But the other thing that I did use a lot of too, which is pretty inexpensive, is this roll of, it's called cake collar. Like you would see sometimes that you would get on a cake at the grocery store, you know, that they don't want to fall over. It's a pretty nice thick plastic, and it's pretty inexpensive. And you can get this at, like, I think Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and I ordered mine, of course, on Amazon because, you know, I'm lazy. Sometimes I hate going and looking for things because sometimes you get there and they don't have it, so I just kind of compare the prices and whatever. So I'm also going to throw, they have these seed beads at Dollar Tree. Did I put those in this one? I don't believe I did. Oh yes I did. I did use a few of these. But I hate the packaging on these things because I always open it the wrong way. Is this the right way? And they just kind of want to come flying out at it. Alright. Oh god, please come open and don't pop on me here. I thought I had all the tape off of here. It's the only thing I hate about these is the packaging is terrible to get into without popping these beads everywhere on your table. And I see it has all these different size beads, so I just took a couple of different kinds, some of these long tubey kinds in there, and I think I put some of these other ones in here too. Some of the, oh, I'm going to use some of these light blue ones. Those are really pretty. But you need to find kind of the thinner ones. Seed beads are much better. These probably would have been better because I think these aren't going to shake. They're going to be too big. But yeah, seed beads definitely a better option. I mean, I'm going to put some of these in here because these are much smaller bead. Alright, so I put some of those beads in there. And then I also, where did my thing go? I'm losing everything here. Where did, oh here it is. These I actually had in my haul last week. And these are the little gems that you would get to put on your fingernails or something. But they're real pretty and they're real shiny. So I dumped some of those in there. Try to get them facing the right way because they look like little diamonds and the other side of them are just silver. So I just put a few of those in there. I need a couple more of those in there. They're real pretty. And this goes a long way because you don't need a lot of anything in these cards. So those will make a lot of cards, just those few little stickers for your nails. And then I also used a little bit of this stuff. This is the Recollections Chunky Glitter. This I got at Michael's. I don't want much of this in here too because sometimes this stuff gets very staticky and it wants to stick. So I'm just going to put a few in there just to shine a little bit. And this is why you don't want your tape off here because you'll end up with it all stuck to your tape. And then you can use, did I put in, no I didn't put in the other stuff in there. Oh, I had these little snowflake things. I don't know what I did with those. Well, we're going to skip those for this one. I have these little snowflakes. These are the polymer clay sprinkles. You can find those on Amazon and stuff too. They're called polymer clay sprinkles. You can find them on Amazon. Well, you can get them at Walmart. Not Walmart. I don't know if you can get them at Walmart. I might be lying. But Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Amazon and Etsy and all those places. And the best deal to get on these things is if you want to look at on AliExpress. It takes a few weeks to get that stuff because it comes from China, but so does all this other stuff. It's all, even though you're buying it at Michael's, it's all from China. So right in the pack. But anyway, alright, so now I need my little sheet of plastic here. But like I said, you can put as much or as little you want in here, and I actually have these polymer clay sprinkles here that I found that I had. I think I got these from Amazon. And these actually have little unicorns in there and little princess crowns and things, so I'm going to use that in that other card. So, make sure I get my paper all cleaned off here. So now we're just going to peel off our tape. And try not to bounce your beads out of there and sprinkles. Come on. There we go. Alright. And then I put this on here. I cut it afterwards. You can try to cut it perfectly before. And I see a glue web, but it's going to have to stay now because everything's sticky. And I just put it on here and then I cut it to fit after. This is another reason I like to do these separately from the card. Alright, so there is your cover for your shaker. Oops, I don't have that all the way down there. Oh, I got a sprinkle stuck to the thing. That'll be okay. Alright, but this stuff sticks real good to this plastic, and then I just take my little scissors here and then I'll just trim this off. And then we have enough for another card just from that one sheet of the plastic. Acetate, whatever you want to call it. So there is that part. And then for the frame for that, that was the other piece. I cut the same size as my gray piece here, and then I just measured in 1/4 of an inch, and then just take your scissors and cut out your little frame all the way around, and then that'll fit on here just like so. So I'm going to use some of this. I'm going to use my reptile glue for this one because I think that just sticks better to the plastic, or you can use hot glue. It's totally up to you. I think I'm going to actually run it around the side of this here. Just a nice bead of this reptile glue. Got a little too much there. And then just put my little border on here. And there you go. And that is your shaker part of the card. They're really cute. I love these. Like I said, it all depends what you want in there. The other one I did here has like the little snowflakes and things. You can see those polymer sprinkles. But I must have put them away already. But that is that, and then all you have to do is glue it onto your card. And I'm just going to take some of this reptile glue, not too close to the edge. Don't want it oozing out. And this is another problem I have, is getting glue on my cards, or I get ink where it's not supposed to be, which is why I'll show you on my other card what I did to fix that problem. And then you're just going to figure out where you want this, kind of try to get it nice and even, and then just glue it down. And there you go. And that is that part of the card. I think that looks pretty straight. Almost. Alright, that is good enough. Now on the inside of this one I actually used a stamp. I have a whole bunch of different stamps. Whatever you want to put on the inside, it doesn't matter. I just stamped that in there with some of this Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And that was just one of those rubber stamps that I had. But you could also find sometimes the sentiments right in these paper pads too that you could glue right on the inside. Alright, and then for the top piece, I cut this out of the same paper pad, and then I just cut a piece of paper a little bit bigger just to make a little background for it. And then we're just going to do that here. Glue that onto this. This is actually not even a white piece of paper, it's just the back of that blue paper. I just wanted to frame it out a little bit so it would stand out at the top. And I'm just going to glue that in there like that, and then we're just going to glue this right on there. Even. How cute is that? And I mean, once you get going on these, it's really simple if you're just cutting, and it's really easy if you cut out a whole bunch of them at the same time, and then you can just sit and put all these together with all your little sprinkles and whatever you want to do with them. Now on this one, I put the strip of that paper down the side, and not because I wanted to, because I actually flipped this over to put this stamp on, and I stuck this side of the card right in the ink. So that was my solution to cover up my boo-boo. And on the back here I have my totally handmade stamp that I got. I think I got this at Michael's. I love this thing. Yeah, this might have been Hobby Lobby. I don't know. I go so many different places and grab these little guys. One of those places. But then I just stamped that right down there on the bottom. And I also like to do my stamping first, because there's nothing worse than putting your whole card together and then you put your stamp on and it didn't set right or it was wrong, whatever. So if you're going to stamp the inside, I always advise to do that first so you don't mess it up. And of course this one I did not. But anyway, then I just take my little stamp here and put it on the back of my card. They have a lot of these little things that are handmade. This one says just like, because I'm a frog nut. I got this one. And you just ink up your little stamp, and there you go. And they're so cute. And I just keep my little container of baby wipes here for my stamps and just wipe them off clean when I'm all done stamping. There you go. These things are great to have in the craft room. Oh, and also on this one I did put those little, make sure that's dry. On the corners here, I just took some of these little gem stickers. You get these at Dollar Tree too. And you can add as much of that or as little of that, whatever you want. There's just so much you can do with these. But I just figured I'd show you my simple way of making them. Whoa, come back. These you can just pop off individually, and I just stuck those, like one on each corner of this one, just to make it pop. Now, of course, if you want to mail these, it's going to cost extra to mail these in the mail. But these are great if you're giving them, like, for a birthday or, your neighbor or something. Or if you don't mind paying the extra postage. I'm not sure what exactly it would cost to mail one of these shaker cards, but I know it's more than just a regular card. And there you go. I got something red stuck under this one. You know what? We're taking that one off. And there you go. And that is how I made this Let It Snow one. You could do this for Christmas. You could do this for a birthday, for winter, whatever. Whatever sentiment you decide to put inside of it. But that's just how easy it is to make these pretty cards. Alright, so let's put together this cute little unicorn one. This will be fun. Make sure I don't have any ink on my hands. Alright, so I'm going to take my card and then I cut this paper out that I want to use out of that paper pad that I'm going to use for my background. So we're going to go ahead and put that one on real quick. Just going to put that, whoops, slow down. I don't want it that close to the edge because I don't want it oozing out. There we go, and that makes such a nice fine line. Alright, so we're going to stick that right on here. Like I said, I just held my paper up to here and just cut off a little bit extra just so you see the outline of the card on here. This one I made a little bit too big for this one, but that's okay. Alright. So then I cut out this piece here for my background. This is actually going on the inside. This is going to be my shaker card. Is this going to be big enough? No, I'm going to need a different piece because I made this one bigger. But like I said, it depends on how big you want it. This one I wanted bigger because I actually took out of this paper pad, they had this whole sheet of like, actually you get 2 sheets of each kind in this paper pad. I just wanted to show you. Like all this kind of stuff. So I just took one of these pages and I just cut this unicorn out of there. So this one's going to be for a birthday, I believe. So I'm going to make this one go up and down too. So let's see. I think I want to get my foam tape on here first. I can't wait to put some of those little unicorn stickers in there. Or not stickers, the polymer sprinkles. Some of those are sprinkles that you can get. It looks just like the candy too for like birthday cards or whatever. Yeah, I'm just going to make another frame with my stuff. Now you can make these with foam board if you have like a cutout thing for this. We're going to make some different ones here. Next week I'll use, I'm going to use some of the metal dies that I have and show you how you can make some really cool ones with your metal dies. There's just so many ways to do these. And I've been putting this off forever. I can't even tell you the last time I made a card video on my channel. It's probably been maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. I think we did some for summer that one year. Or no, I think we made some Christmas ones too, with leftover Christmas cards. But there you go, just make your little frame here. Oops. Just cut that off. There you go. And there's the frame for our unicorn one. Now for this one, I want to put this unicorn on the inside here. Like I said, you could use stickers, you could use whatever you want to decorate these up. There's just so many possibilities. You could have them, even when the card is done, you could have some hanging over top of it if you wanted to. There's just, the sky's the limit, put it that way. That looks pretty good. There we go. So here we have our unicorn on the inside of our shaker. That one's got to get glued down a little more. I don't want all this stuff to get up underneath it. Alright, now if you were normally going to do this and not like me trying to just get this video done here to show you guys, I would let that sit and dry for a little bit. That way you don't have to worry about any of your glitters and stuff getting under it. Now this sequence and stuff I got at Dollar Tree, and then I also got these pink seed beads and things from Dollar Tree. And so there's a lot of stuff at Dollar Tree that you can use for this. So let's see, what all do we want to put in this baby? Oh, I definitely want to use some of my little sprinkles here with these unicorns. Yeah, it's unicorns, hearts, and little crowns. But you don't want to use a ton of that stuff because, you know, that's how you make this last forever. So the really, really special ones, you just throw a few of those really cute ones in there. And then you got lots more for another day. I'm going to take some of these sequins from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut this open. That's why those little Ziploc baggies come in handy. I just want to throw a few of that color in there. Set that up so I don't spill it. And then a few of the lighter purple. It's more of a pinky purple. Just a few of them. And then, let's see, maybe I'll throw a little bit of this in here for a little extra shine. And this is just that chunky glitter. Just makes it sparkle a little more. Whoops, I'm getting it all over the place. And this stuff isn't bad. It's not like regular glitter. These are, you know, actually pretty big. So I think that's good in there. Was there anything else I wanted to put in there? Actually, I may stick a couple of these little diamond things on the inside here to make it sparkle a little more. That'll be fun. Put a couple of those over the stars. Maybe we'll add one more up in here. Like I said, anything you want. Alright, and I did the same thing. I just measured this the same as what the size of this card is, and then just go around and measure a 1/4 inch in, and I drew a line with my ruler, and then just cut this out with a pair of scissors. And then we're going to put this one on top of that. And I need another piece of my plastic here. There we go. Because this one I made a little bit bigger. And then we're just going to peel off all of our backing. There's just so many different ways. See, I got my fingers stuck on the glue, and then you're going to bounce all your stuff up. There's just so many different ways you can make these, and everybody I know has their own technique and glues that they like to use, but this is what I found out works best for me. So let's see, we're going to take a piece of this acetate and just put that on here to lock in all our goodies. And there we go, we have our little shaker. Some of those are a little bit bigger. They don't shake quite as well. Or I could have put a little bit more in here, I guess. Well, let me get this all cut off, and it may shake a little better here. And if you want to make this deeper, you can actually double up on this tape too, and just, you know, to make it. There we go. Now it's loosening up a little bit. Just kind of give a little squeeze here. There we go. Now it's shaking nice. And you have all your pretty sparkles and things in there. It's just fun. But yeah, this would have been better with a little bit of a thicker foam. So you can use regular foam too and glue that down if you want to cut that out. And we'll use that in another video that we're going to do. Alright, so now I just need to put on my little frame cover here. Just going to put a nice line of this reptile glue around here. Glue our frame on. So cute. I love it. You can see your little unicorns floating around in there. I love it. Alright, so now that that's all done, I can go ahead and glue this down on my card. And I know some people like to just put the foam right on the card. I just don't have any luck getting it perfectly straight, and if you mess up the whole card. So this is why I do mine this way. And there you go, and there is your shaker part of the card. I'm not sure what I want to use this card for yet. I don't know if I want to put a sentiment on here or not. I was thinking about putting a happy birthday with a backing up here. I don't know. I'm going to leave it blank for right now, but you know, that is where I'm going to put, it's either going to be a happy birthday, a thank you, or something for a party, whatever I want to use it for. But, you know, kind of like what I did with this one, I put the Let It Snow up there. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Maybe I'll just go ahead and finish this birthday thing up. I'll do that after, because you guys have all seen me do this already for this one. Alright, and then on the inside of this one, I cut out one of the little sentiments from inside that paper pad, and I cut out another piece of the little stars from in the background here. We're going to use that for a background for this. I thought that would be pretty. So I'm just going to glue that down. You know, something different instead of just stamping it in there. That's why I said these paper pads, they have it all in there. Alright, and we're just going to put that on the inside. And like I said, you could decorate the sides of it if you wanted to. Get this nice in the center so I have a little bit of room here to write. There we go. That will be the inside of our unicorn card. Let that dry for a little bit, and then I'll stamp that one later. And then also, if you want to do like the envelope, what did I do with the envelope? I thought I left one here. Here it is. You can just take like a strip of that, whatever paper. Let's see, what did we do for the unicorn? I just had a piece of this and just cut maybe like a strip of it off. See, this thing is so messed up. This never wants to stay in anymore. This thing has been used and abused. Just cut a strip of your paper here, and then you can glue that right to the front of your card. Alright, my camera cut off on me again. Sometimes I don't realize how long I'm yakking, and after like 30 minutes this thing just wants to shut off on me. But anyway, I glued that to the bottom of the envelope here. And that's just cute and matches this. Now for the little happy birthday thing, I'm going to use this stamp. It's not my favorite stamp, but I actually found this paper. Whoops, I'm not even in focus. I have my camera down lower than I'm used to so you guys can see. This was in a different paper pad. But I'm going to use that for the backing of that little happy birthday, and I think that'll work out just fine for this cute little birthday card. So you don't need a lot of glue for these little doodads. Just put that down here. And that looks good right there. Now it has a nice little background to it, and then we're just going to glue that up here on the top of this card. And like I said, you don't have to use glue, you can use the double-sided tape, whatever you want to do. But this is going to go right. Does that look even? And you guys are free to go ahead and measure things. I don't have the patience. I kind of eyeball them all and hope for the best, but I think that turned out pretty good. So there we go. There is our happy birthday little unicorn shaker with our little sentiment inside. I still got to put my little totally handmade sign on there, or sticker rather, and our matching envelope. And then we have our Christmas one here. And I also did I do the envelope for this one? I thought I did. I need to make an envelope for that one. I want to put a strip of this stuff down the side. Oh, this is only made today. But that's it. That is just pretty, your basic shaker card. So many possibilities. You can make a billion different kinds and different, you know, shaker pieces in here. This one I should have made a little bit thicker. I think I'm going to have to do thicker ones with this polymer. But they look pretty thin. I think they're just getting stuck on top of each other. But anyway, still, I know you can't even see this shaking because it's probably just driving you nuts on the video. But you can hear it. They're just fun. But anyway, that is it. I wanted to show you guys these. And yeah, I will see you guys all tomorrow for our Dollar Tree haul. I'm going to head out to the Dollar Tree. It's another nice hot day. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this little first of our shaker card videos. And hopefully next Thursday I will get back up here to do another one. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.